Hey, so we got something here called Nightwing. This is something I got off of Target.com. Now, I have never bought from Target.com. We don't have a Target in our area, so I don't think about it. But when one of the reviewers I saw online said that he got his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Transformers van, I was like, for 30 bucks, that's when I jumped on it. I needed a little something extra to put me over the $35 mark for free shipping, because it's either pay for this or pay for shipping. It's about the same either way, and I'd rather get something instead of nothing for that extra money. So we got Nightwing, and I had to look for a lot of different things, and I figured that this was the best of all the things that they had to offer. I was looking for something Target exclusive, since I'll never see it here. All right, so we got a 3.75, well, 3 3/4 inch figure representation of Nightwing with a huge hole in his back, which reminds me a lot of Micro Man figures or Micronaut figures. So, you know, the hole in the back is something that we came to love from Micronauts, and then later from G.I. Joe, who used the same kind of system. I don't think Star Wars really ever used it back in the day, but it was to plug in different types of weapons. So I don't know if he's going to come with anything to plug into it. He's got the holes on the bottom of the feet that are a little bit more small, more like 3 millimeters, which is, again, kind of becoming standard, because the bigger figures, or the bigger holes, would mean you had to have bigger and disproportionate feet, although these kind of are disproportional to begin with. So we got on the articulation side of this. Look, he's got a strap under his chin, which I didn't know Nightwing had that. But this is not based on any Nightwing I know. It looks like a disco Nightwing with the blue a little bit. If it was painted a different color, I would almost think it was. His head seems to just be on a swivel. I'm sure it's on a ball joint, but it's not going to give it up for me anywhere. Like, I don't see any kind of, like, you know, head rocker or whatever. His arms can go up that far. Let me zoom out just a little bit. And then, of course, they can go around 360 degrees. He's got swivel, which would make like a bicep swivel, but closer to the elbow, actually at the elbow. The elbow bends from 180 to 90 degrees. There's no wrist swivel or anything on the wrist, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing at the waist, which is perfectly fine, because I feel like that's often a waist. Let's see if he has some stupid double, like, this is what I hated about, I love these figures. This is by Spin Master. But when they first started making them, they had too much articulation. So they have a thigh cut. All right. So you can do a split like this. So he's got a hinge, and he can go back this far without having to swivel out. And he can go up this far, but he has to swivel out a little bit because he's got kind of a V crotch going on there, even though it is definitely a ball joint right there. Actually, I thought it was going to be a hinge joint. He's got the thigh cut right here, but he also has the same thing at the boot. And you're like, well, what if it's really, no, it's a double articulation, which is a redundancy that they really need to either do away with, either get rid of the thigh and keep that, or make his legs double jointed, and you'll still need the thigh joint. The only time you need a thigh joint is if you can't do this because you have a double joint in the legs. All right, so his leg goes from 180 to not quite 90 degrees. Very close, more like 70 to 80 degrees. He's got no ankle articulation, which I like a lot, because this means he's going to be my pocket pal for a while. Because one of the things I hate about Micro Man's feet here lately is they have a tendency to pop off, and I'm scared to death he's going to end up breaking. So, unfortunately, he's not going to be my pocket pal for a while. I might make Nightwing my pocket pal. Now, he's supposed to come with extra weapons. What's also available in this series, we have the Batman from Rebirth, the Joker, we have Clayface, which is more like clay body. We have some kind of golden version of, I hate these. I really don't like these a lot. We got the Batman from the Nightmare of the BVS. We have Robin, which I don't know which Robin that is. There's like 1,000 Robins at this point, so kind of be more specific, please. All right, let's see what's in here. He says we got accessories. We have 2 accessories. Let's see what those accessories are. Okay, so they're doing it like this instead of, like, there's no plastic on this one, so that's what they're getting away from. Spin Master is doing that Hasbro thing where they got something wrapped inside. So let's see what we got. We got a wrapped up something here. Comes in a little Batman bag, which would be, if, you know, if I was into trick-or-treating, which I'm not, I can make it a little trick-or-treating bag. So it says there's only 2 accessories. I don't know about you, but I just counted 3 because he's got both of his. Maybe they count this as 1 because it's his, oh my gosh, what are they called? Nightsticks. He's Nightwing, and this is his Nightsticks. This is his signature weapon, in other words. Then he's also got a Batarang. me zoom in out so you can see it. So he's got the Nighthawk ring or Nightwing ring. Now, if you didn't know what the name Nightwing came from, it came from him being friends with Superman because, you know, it's like my dad's best friend. I get to hang out with him. Awesome. Back when he was Robin, and hearing stories about the dynamic duo of Kandor, because he's like, wait, so this is kind of a concept on other planets as well. And Superman would tell him about all the dynamic duo of Kandor, which was Flame Bird, I think is the name of one of them, and Nightwing. Nightwing and Flame Bird were kind of like the Batman and Robin of Kandor, or of Metropolis, of Krypton. So that inspired him to become Nightwing, which was actually the leader, I think, of the duo. So if you want to read about those two, you can go back to read about those in the Superman family from the 70s. They put a few of those in there. That's the first time I ever saw them, which was actually Superman and Jimmy Olsen dressed up, since Superman didn't have his powers while he was in Kandor, because they had a small red sun to keep people from, you know, becoming superpowered. All right, basically keep people in check inside of Kandor's bottle city. All right, we got that, but I can't find a place to put it. I'm like sitting here looking. I don't see anywhere I can clip it onto him, so I guess it's just going to have to be an extra piece. And he's not got a third hand, so I'm sitting here like going, can I put it in his back? That would be kind of cool if it made like a little thing that clipped on right here. Well, I mean, I could do that with something over here from Transformers, because that hole is a 5mm hole. No, it's actually a little bit too big. These are standard 5mm holes, like, you know, Micronauts is or Micro Man also 5mm holes, so it works with them. But evidently it's just a little bit on the bigger side, so I thought it looked kind of big, but it could just be illusion. No, that slides in and out too easily. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with that hole. They're going to make a backpack for him, because that would be cool. I would love to see a Nightwing flight pack or something. So I was kind of hoping this would plug into the back somehow. Give me the wings that he could fly. All right, so looking at the paint apps, it's got paint, and it's missing it on the back right here, which is kind of sad. But, you know, this is meant for a cheaper budget line, not your more expensive line. Okay, let's take a look at that face right there. It's a little bit off on the paint, like the mask is partly skin colored right there. Not bad. He's got that sweeped over hairstyle. I don't remember that hairstyle being on any of the Nightwing comics I've ever read. He's gone through a few different hairstyles. Like he went from that, what is it called? The mullet back in the late 80s. And, oh my gosh. And then it was also in Batman, the animated series for a while there. Ugh, it was just cringy, a little bit too cringy. When Superman does it, it's cool. But when Nightwing did it, I was like, yeah, it's not you, dude. It just wasn't him. So this is more the Dick Grayson haircut, sort of, and with the Justin Bieber sweep over. All right, well, anyway, let me know if this is one you picked up, and if you also pay, like, I think it was like $7.99 for him. But if you want to get yours, I guess you can go to target.com. If you have that, whatever that red circle thing they tried to get me to sign up for, I was like, no, thank you. I don't shop Target. I'm only getting it because for $30 to buy a $50 figure, it's a no-brainer. All right, have a great day. And again, let me know which one you picked up of any of these figures.